Hey, what's up, Seekers? Wanugee with GoldenDragonFortunes, UK Rap Psychic, and we're going to be doing a reading for a BTS member, the leader of BTS, RM, Kim Namjoon. Stay tuned, here we go.
I'm your K-Rap Psychic, try me twice, you'll like it. My name is Wanugee, OGs call me Wanugee. I'm a wise fortune teller and a really mellow fella. Ask me about your favorite idol, see their future, see what's vital.
Hey, welcome, Army. Come on in. All you Army, come in. We're going to do a reading, like I said, for Kim Namjoon, RM, RapMonster. Rundy, or whatever his name was way back when. You know, he's the leader of BTS, the most popular boy band in the world, huge. And, you know, he started off as a kind of a, underground rapper when he was very young, in his early teens. And then he kind of developed and kind of did some stuff with Zico, who was on another label, did some rapping there. So he got a kind of a name for himself. And then he joined Big Hit Entertainment, his agency, when he was about 16, and with a couple other rappers. They wanted to join because of him, So that started Big Hit. That started the whole process of putting Big Hit together. He's not the oldest. Worldwide Handsome is the oldest, but he's the leader. He's very intelligent. He's got supposedly a 148 IQ, very bright. Very, thoughtful, deep. He speaks English. He's pretty fluent in English, so he's kind of the spokesperson as well. So, I always liked RM. I really liked his intelligence. Some people think he's maybe not as cute as, I don't know, some of the other guys, Jimin or V or Jungkook. But I always thought he was pretty good looking, and I liked his intelligence. I liked his leadership skills. So I've always liked RM and what he does for Big Hit and for BTS. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a little reading for him, and I'm going to use my Mahjong tiles to kind of see what's going on with his overall in his life, going over maybe out the next year, and then maybe look at his career. And then I think we're going to do some tea leaf readings to kind of see what's going on with his love life. So I want all you shippers to kind of join in there and kind of look at the tea leaves to see if you can discern something for RM, and see if you can find your favorite ship out there in the tea leaves. So we're going to have you kind of do the fortune telling as well. So we'll do that later. But right now, I want to just talk a little bit about astrology, because I want to mix in a little bit of that too. Kim Namjoon, RM, was born in Seoul, Korea in September 12th, 1994. So from a Chinese astrology point of view, Batsi, as it's called, the 4 pillars, he's the dog for the year. Dogs are loyal and, hardworking, and so is he, obviously. And then his natural self, which is what he was born with, he's actually a wood horse. So horse is all about movement, making things going. So, you can kind of tell RM has this kind of energy about him, and he always wants to kind of keep moving and keeping things together. So they have these crazy schedules and, crazy, world tours and doing all these albums. They had 3 #1 albums in 1 year, so pretty crazy. So he has that kind of, especially under stress, he just kind of wants to move, making things moving. That's his natural self, what he was born with. A couple other parts of Batsi, which would be the day he was born, and that's more about how he kind of projects himself out in the world, how he interacts, more in his youth, in his younger days, like now. And in that area, he is called the metal ox. And so the ox is also about hard work and determination and getting things done and, moving in the right direction. So, he's always trying to keep the group together, always trying to move things forward. As a spokesperson, he's trying to, keep everybody in line as a leader. So he's kind of the ox right now. And when he gets later in his years, when he's older, he's going to become the water rooster. So rooster, at that time, he's going to be more forthright, very decisive. Obviously, he's going to have a lot of wisdom and experience under his belt. So he's going to be a good decision maker as he gets older. And with his brightness, he could be doing anything, really. And then the dog is his kind of cohort, common with other people in that year of 1994. Is the dog year, and it's I think it's a wood dog. Yeah, it's a wood dog. So faithful, determined, loyal, those kind of things. So that's the Batsa, the Chinese astrology, and then and for the Vedic astrology, the Indian astrology, a couple things I want to talk to about him. He on his Rashi, which is his sign, in Vedic astrology, he's actually he's a Vrishka, and it's actually a Scorpio sign. It actually means Scorpio, and in that way, at least in the Vedic, he's got a lot of deep feelings. He's got a lot of intensity to his feelings. He's philosophical. He kind of has a worldly presence, or is interested in the world. And, Vrishkas tend to be good dancers and good singers and good musicians. So he certainly is. And the lord of the Vrishka is Mars. So in Mars, Mars is kind of motion and making things happen and energy. So he has that as well, this ability to kind of make things happen and move things forward. And so he definitely has that leadership skills and those qualities in his Rashi. And then there's another part of Vedic astrology, which is called nakshatras. The Vedic astrology, there's another part of Vedic astrology which is called the nakshatras. Nakshatra is kind of like the lunar moon, or they call it the lunar mansion sometimes, but it's a lunar based. There's actually 27, it's a lunar star. There's actually 27 of these. And so RM is, his nakshatra is Jeshta. And Jeshta is kind of ruled by a deity, Indra, and has that quality that Indra has, which is realness, or a little bit of richness, material richness. So I mean, obviously he's successful. Also achievement, but also kindness and philanthropy, to give to others. And with all their songs over the last few years, particularly the Love Yourself series, Persona, and those things, there's a need or desire to kind of help others. And so that's maybe the philanthropy part of this nakshatra that RM is in under. And then the lord of his nakshatra is Saturn. So the Saturn here kind of is about duty, responsibility, hard work, goals, and so that's part of him too. So that's interesting that that's the Batsa, and that's the Vedic, and in Western astrology, the third one, he is a Virgo. His sun sign is Virgo. So he's going to be meticulous. He's going to be organized, which he is obviously. Those kind of qualities that is his sun sign. The other key planets, perhaps, for Western astrology for RM is his moon. His moon is in Sagittarius, so kind of how that influence of the moon, Sagittarius. They tend to be big thinkers, big dreamers, and I think obviously RM is. When you talk about philanthropy and hard work and the bigger picture and the common good. He went to the UN and gave a speech about Love Yourself, which is fantastic. He did a great job. He won a merit of honor from the Korean government for his contributions to the arts. So he's kind of a big guy. He's kind of accomplished a lot. He's only 25. I mean, he's not. I guess in Korean age he might be 26, but he's only 25. So he's accomplished a lot, and he has kind of a larger persona about himself and how he carries himself. He's still very humble, but he's very driven to do greater good and do good things with his group, his company, and in the world. So yes, I like RM. I really like RM. And a couple other things. His rising sign is Scorpio. Kind of that deep feeling, that still waters run deep. Kind of, he has that emotion deep down when he wants to get things done. So he always has an emotional value to things. He always kind of thinks them through and thinks about them intelligently and emotionally, both in how he projects himself out there. His last concert there in Seoul, he finally cried and showed his emotions. And his Venus is Scorpio, so he has a lot of deep feelings, about love and how he sees love, and maybe he doesn't show it all the time, but he has deep, smoldering feelings about love. And his Venus is in Scorpio, so his ascendant in Scorpio, his Venus in Scorpio, and his Mars, and how he gets things done, is actually in Cancer. So how he gets things done. Also, Cancer is another water sign, and it has to do with Cancer is more of a feeling-oriented thing, a more intuitive sign. It's reflective of the moon and intuition, and so yeah, he has that quality too, and also caring and those kinds of things. So when he wants to get things done, he has a meaning for it. He has a depth to it, a feeling for it, not just a mental thing about it. This Cancer and Mars. So that's the 3 astrologies. But now let's do the Mahjong tiles and kind of look in the future, because that's just who he is. But let's look at the future. And I'm going to look at these tiles. I got my big gold tiles for RM. I'm going to go. We're going to ask about his future in general over the next roughly 6 to 8 months to a year, around that time, and so into next year. And we're going to start from the center and kind of work outwards and see what they say. And then we're going to ask about his career specifically, and then we'll do the tea leaves for his love. So we're going to start in the center, and there's he gets a flower. He's got a flower tile here. There's only 8 of these. This is called the scholar tile. The scholar represents learning, knowledge, teaching, getting information. So it seems like there's going to be emphasis in this kind of thing over the next few months. Maybe he's learning something new. Maybe he wants to teach something new. I mean, I think he does. Always wants to learn new things, which is great because his intelligence is always active. He also wants to learn, and he wants to teach. He wants to show people through song and lyrics and what they do as BTS about maybe learning and teaching others about how to love yourself. All these things that they've come out with the last couple of albums. But he gets to pick another towel. So let's kind of focus on RM and Kim Namjoon. It says that he's thinking about the long term. He's thinking about long-term plans, about teaching or learning more for himself, but teaching it to others. Because this is a scholar tile, as I showed, and this one is called the Jade. So jade is just a rock in nature. Both perseverance and effort can turn into something valuable, like jade jewelry. So he's kind of taking the long-term view about these issues. He knows there may be some difficulty. There may be some things that are not going to be easy. The north tile is blowing a cold wind and kind of making some obstacles for him. And he kind of knows that, but that's what he wants to do. He has some big plans for the long term that maybe he wants to try to work on. And if you go out probably the new year, probably around February or so, there's something new. A new door opens up. The inner tile shows up, says the door is opening up in some way, physically or symbolically, that might present an opportunity. And it seems like that's going to be a time to express or learn or grow new things. This is the lotus. The lotus represents enlightenment and awakening and the birth of new things. So it represents expansion and growth. It's a very positive tile. So it seems like there's an opportunity for him to grow and expand, maybe do something new, express in new ways. It's a very good tile, very good combination. Probably around February, March, April, around that time frame. And then after that, it seems like there's going to be a lot of emphasis on communications, talking, meeting, maybe it's performing. But this one here is called the communication tile. Represents communication, so talking and meeting with people. So, and this one is a house tile. It says that maybe they're going to be at he's going to be in a different location, different venue, maybe a different pattern of where he spends his time. So it seems like they're out of their hiatus and the last tour, the last series. So maybe in about 6 to 9 months, they're going to want to maybe go out there again and maybe communicate or talk about or sing and perform about some new things and maybe in different places. So I wouldn't put past maybe another tour, maybe in the summer next year or so. And then the last two tiles say there's going to be something unusual that happens that kind of happens unexpectedly. The mushroom shows up. The 8 of bamboo represents the unusual, the unexpected. But it seems like it's going to be something that he finds desirable or attractive. So something maybe he's exposed to that he wasn't aware of or he wasn't anticipating. But he's going to want to maybe take a risk on it, because this is called the fire tile, and this represents something that has some dynamic energy to it. So it gets his interest. But it can also burn him and burn his resources like fire does. So it's a risk, but he feels like the benefits outweigh the risk, and he's going to try to go for it. So that's about a year from now. So sometime in 2020, late 2020. So that's what it says for overall. Now let's look at a little bit more emphasis on his career, more specifically. We'll do the same setup, 8 tiles, and kind of see what they say. So again, we're starting from the center. And these first 2 tiles say that there's a shift and change, and perhaps in Big Hit or in the authority in his life. This is the tiger. It represents something or someone that has some authority in his life. So obviously Big Hit Entertainment, maybe something else. But there's going to be some changes coming up, but somehow it's going to maybe offer him an opportunity to maybe work past some disappointments and kind of get some things going. Or this is called the healing tile. It represents healing, and usually it's emotional healing. He just was on vacation, on hiatus, and then he just did the last tour in Seoul, where he did cry and let go a lot of maybe the burden and the tension of all the things he's been trying to do. So anyway, there's going to be a shift moving forward the next 3 months or so, and that'll allow continual healing for him with all the things he's been trying to accomplish. I think he's been very driven to accomplish things as fast as he can, and maybe he's going to, maybe get a little bit more focus on what's most important. And then the next 2 tiles say there's something that he feels very hopeful about in his career in about 3 to 6 months, so maybe February, March, April, maybe a little May. This represents hopes, dreams, and wishes, so it seems like he's going to be hopeful about it, and it says he's going to be happy maybe after a couple of months, 3 months. This Jo Wan, the 9 of Wan, says that he's going to be happy about how things are developing, probably by late spring or so. And then as you go in the summer, it says there's going to be something he's doing that he might be changing where he spends his time again. The house tile shows up just like it did here, same place. Here they are. So that he might be changing the pattern where he spends his time and what he does, and this is probably the summertime. And then maybe something that has to do with a relationship or a partnership. So I don't know if this is the 2 of bamboo. It's called the ducks. And this is about his career. So I don't know if he's going to be doing a collab or one-on-one with somebody, or or doing something special with others. Maybe the whole group is, but it seems to say there's going to be maybe some type of opportunity to work with somebody else special and important that might change where he spends his time in the summertime next year, maybe late summer. And then it says that's going to turn into some good luck, a good fortune, and some positive developments. This is the south tile, represents the favored direction. So it says he's going to have some success. And then this is the dragon, represents good luck and good fortune. So he's going to have some good luck and good fortune and some success, probably around fall of next year, 2020. So that's what it says for him as far as the mahjong tile for his future for the next year. So next I'm going to kind of ask for your help, Army, and to look at the tea leaves and see what's going on maybe in his love life, see if you can get some clues, see if you can kind of intuitively see some images or get some ideas. So we'll do that next, so just hang on tight. I have to go get my tea leaves, all right? So anyway, here we go. Okay, Army, here we are with our tea leaves for RM, Kim Namjoon. And we're going to start right here, right about this, where this little symbol is right here. So we're going to start here and kind of go that way and kind of see how the passage of time kind of brings some stuff to it. So we're going to start over here. So what is this right here? Is that like a little birdie? It's like a little bird maybe? Or something kind of sticking out here? What is that? Do you see some symbol there? Something in those tea leaves that kind of looks like something that might give you some clues about his love life. Maybe it looks like a symbol, an animal, either Western astrology or maybe Chinese astrology or some other symbol that might mean something. I don't know. Looks like somebody is, looks like, is that a monkey or something that's got the arms up, going to try to catch a slippery fish? Maybe somebody's trying to catch him or trying to sneak up on him. What is this? Somebody sitting down or somebody jumping? Or is that a letter? Is that a 4? What do you think? You see any clues? So that's about 3 months. And then we go over here. This is probably about 4 months. We have all these things here. See anything here? Looks like this may be some people walking. Is that just a couple of men walking, part of his members, or is there something going on here? What is that? Is that, can you kind of see some, is that like a letter? There's some Hangul going there? Maybe? It might be written, is that like a M or an N, or what is this? Anyway, you go over here, it's like, looks like a little tree or something. Maybe there's a couple of big fruit on here. Maybe there's a possibility of growing symbolically for him. But he has to kind of climb and reach them perhaps a little bit. That may not be easy. That's one way to interpret it. Well, about 6 months from now, so it'll probably be around May or something like that. What is this? Is somebody bringing a package? Or delivering something here? It's a little angel, sweet angel that's flying kind of. Is that a rooster? How about a butterfly? Is that a butterfly? Somebody's kind of maybe making his heart flutter a little bit. How about this? Does this mean, that kind of looks like Japan? There's something going on in Japan? Japanese girl, maybe? Part of twice. How about these are letters here? See some letters? Is that a P? What do you see? Army? Help me out, Army. Use your imagination. Oh, now this is, what is this? Is this an H? Is that an H? Does that mean an H for a name? Or is this an F or T? And what is that? What do you see there? This is going out about 9 months. So this is summertime. What's going on here too? Is that Hangul? Is that just kind of here? What is this? Is that F or is that a T or is somebody? Is that two people? What do you see there? Use your imagination. Now we're using going out to maybe close to a year from now. So this is about a year out, almost 9 months. So summer into fall. See anything going on here? Any clues? Animals, written letters, Hangul. Is that a 7? Does that mean something? What is all this? Is that a dog? Or a dragon? Looks like maybe there's something hanging on that, or is that a monkey kind of playing with the dragon? I mean, he's a dog. So, what do you think? Maybe he's got a monkey in mind? So, that's it. That's about 1 year right here. Okay, Army, thanks a lot for helping me with the tea leaf readings. Why don't you put down some ideas, write some notes, put some comments. What's your favorite RM ship for you? And maybe did you see something in the tea leaves? So let me know. In the meantime, you can like and subscribe and hit the bell and put on social media, go out there and tweet it, whatever you want to do. So we got one more member of BTS we haven't done yet. We're going to do Jin. Probably next or soon, and Worldwide Handsome. But otherwise, we've done everybody else, and you might want to look below and see the ones that are your favorite favorite BTS member, and see what we talked about with them, and some of the other videos we've done too. We got a bunch of them down there. So also make some comments about who you want to see, who you want to see a reading about or for, and any other comments about the methods we use and techniques we use, if you have some questions, whatever. So if you want to ask about your compatibility, your birth date matching with one of your favorite K-pop idols, maybe from BTS, you can do that, but you have to like and subscribe, because I'm just too busy to kind of just get casual comments. If you like and subscribe and ask and give me your birth date, your hour, your date, where you were born, the city, so hour, day, month, year, then we can use different techniques, Batsu, Vedic, Western, and see what your compatibility is with your favorite idol if you want. So anyway, until next time, I'm going to wish you all good fortunes.
Hey, what's up, seekers? Looking in the future peekers. You K-pop freakers coming round and see us every weekers. Yo, diehard K-pop fans, I want to know your stands. Just let us know your bias, then go ahead, try us.